Welcome to Shalom World Podcast.
Hi kids!
Hi kids!
I'm Katie.
And I'm Coco.
And we're so excited to meet you!
Come and play,
Play with Katie and Coco.
that's the way.
Get ready, let's go.
Flying through the air with Coco.
Telling stories with Katie.
You and I together, meeting my friends. Friends that help us every day.
Katie and Coco.
That help us every day.
Katie and Coco. Play and sing.
Pray and bring you and I, we do our thing. It's Katie and Coco.
Yeah, Katie, that was fun.
Yeah, it was fun, Coco. See, I told you. So now should we do something else fun?
What, Katie?
Fun tongue twister from last time.
Yeah, all right, Katie, let's do it.
Let's do it. Ready? All together. Crisp, crust, crackle, and crunch. One more time. Ready? Crisp, crust, crackle, and crunch. Yeah, high five, Coco.
Yeah.
Shall I go tell the story now?
Yeah, Katie, yeah, Coco amazing.
Let's go! Did you know that you can do great things without ever even going anywhere or becoming famous? Well, it sounds a little strange, I know. How can you do great things when the only person who knows about it is yourself? Well, as peculiar as it sounds, I have a friend who learned how to do just that. Her name is Thérèse, or the Little Flower as she has become known. Thérèse was the spoilt youngest daughter of a loving French family of 5 girls. Although she was a very good and happy little girl who learned to love her heavenly mother and the infant Jesus at a young age, Thérèse had certain weaknesses that she had a very hard time overcoming. Do you ever feel so hurt that you cry?
Not me. I never cry.
Oh, really, Coco? So, that time when I ran out of crackers before the end of the day, you were just pretending to cry then, were you?
I don't cry a lot.
It's all right to cry, Coco. Just like it's all right to laugh. It's only when we let the smallest things that upset us with really no reason at all that we should learn to control ourselves a little better. And this was what Thérèse found very difficult to do. Since she was so used to being loved by her family, whenever she felt unloved or that she was displeasing someone, she burst into tears, unable to bear the pain of rejection. She knew that she should offer up this painful love of Jesus, like she had been taught, and indeed she did try to offer many things up, like when she remained silent when her maid scolded her for leaving the kitchen door open when really it hadn't been her, or when she didn't complain when things didn't go her way. But she still could not help control her wild emotions. Poor Thérèse, how was she to enter the strict convent life and become a nun like her 3 sisters had before her, when she couldn't even control her own emotions? She prayed and she prayed for Jesus to help her, but for a long time there seemed to be no answer.
Oh, poor Thérèse. Why didn't Jesus answer her, Katie?
Even though Jesus always hears our prayers, it sometimes takes a little bit of time for us to see the answer. In fact, most of the time, we do have to wait, and sometimes it comes in a way so unexpected, we can easily miss it if we aren't paying attention.
When do we realize? Though we should still thank Jesus anyway, even if we're a little late. Shouldn't we, Katie?
Of course we should. We should thank him every day. As for Thérèse's answer, she only received it when she was 14. Every Christmas, she always received a special gift. But that year, when she overheard her father saying that this would be the last year she would receive it, she felt her emotions rising. But the tears never came. Jesus had finally answered her heart and given her the strength she needed to bear her pain without crying about it. And so, after many requests, even going all the way to Rome to ask the Pope himself, she finally received permission to enter the convent and become a nun when she was 15 years old.
Katie, what is a convent?
It's the place where nuns live. Do you know what a nun is?
Is it like what women can become instead of priests, Katie?
That's right, Coco. There are many women who want to give their lives to Jesus as well, And so they lived together and spent the rest of their lives talking to their husband Jesus in prayer. Nothing could make Thérèse happier. But it was also at the convent that she found a new challenge. Having grown up listening to stories of great saints like Saint Joan of Arc, who had led France's armies to victory, or the many missionary saints who had travelled far across the world to spread God's message of love to all peoples, Thérèse could not help feeling helpless being confined to the walls of her convent. She had always dreamt of doing great things for God, but instead she had to find a way to show her love in little things. Love proves itself by deeds, she reflected. So how can I show my love? Great deeds are forbidden me. The only way I can prove my love is by scattering flowers, and every flower is every little sacrifice, every small glance, every word, and the doing of the least actions for love. Do you like flowers? Maybe you have flowers in your garden, or even in a vase in your house. They're beautiful, aren't they?
I like the smell of flowers the most. I like seeing the different colors from the air when I'm flying.
Oh wow, Coco, you're so lucky. Imagine seeing flowers from above. Well, Thérèse loved flowers too, and she imagines every good thing that she did was like planting a flower in heaven for Jesus to see and smell and be reminded of her love for him. We can do the same thing. Jesus loves to see the flowers we plant for him. Maybe today you could try to do one good thing and plant your very first flower in heaven.
Can I plant a flower too, Katie?
Of course you can, Coco.
But what's something good that I can do?
Maybe you could just try to be extra kind. Give me a kiss, Coco.
Mwah.
Thank you, Coco. Mwah. I can already smell the lovely flower you planted in heaven.
Me too. But what did Thérèse do to plant her flowers, Katie?
Well, very soon, Thérèse had planted a whole garden full of the flowers of her sacrifices. She smiled at the sisters she didn't like. She ate all of her food without complaining, which meant she was often given the leftovers that nobody else wanted. And she begged for forgiveness even when it wasn't her fault. Every day, she looked and looked for more places to scatter her flowers of love, even when most of the time they weren't noticed by anyone at all. Anyone except for God. This was her comfort. She knew God saw everything that she did, both her flowers and her weeds when she wasn't as good as she could have been, and that he would give her the strength she needed to continue to offer up her sufferings for love of him. Even when Thérèse became very sick, she did not stop spreading her flowers of love. She fought so hard to remain always smiling and cheerful, despite her pain, that some of the sisters thought she was only pretending to be sick. Do you ever find it hard and tiring climbing up lots and lots of stairs?
I don't. I never have to climb stairs because I can fly.
Yeah, that's true, Coco. You're very lucky. But for the rest of us who only have legs, when we want to go somewhere high up, it's often easier to take the lift, isn't it? We just step inside as it takes us up and up and up and up and up. And all we have to do is stand and wait. Well, Thérèse thought the same way. She wanted to find a lift that would take her all the way up to heaven to see Jesus. So she decided that the arms of Jesus himself would be her lift. As long as she stayed very little, she could be carried by the arms of Jesus all the way up to heaven. And if we stay little too, making small sacrifices every day without boasting or complaining about what we do, we can stay little and be carried by Jesus all the way up to heaven where he brought Thérèse. During her life on earth, Thérèse was not known by anyone except for her family and the nuns in her convent. But when the diary which she was instructed to write was shown to the world, the little flower soon became an inspiration for thousands of people across the world who were looking for extraordinary ways to live their ordinary lives. Let's pray together now to ask Saint Thérèse to help us to love God in ordinary ways. Dear Saint Thérèse, thank you for loving God by scattering flowers and doing the smallest things. Help us to become little enough to place ourselves in the arms of Jesus and become great in his eyes. rather than the eyes of the world.
Woohoo! I like Saint Thérèse. She's definitely going to be my friend.
Woohoo! Saint Thérèse is going to have so many new friends now.
Yeah, because I'm going to be like 10 and all in one.
10? Wow, imagine having 10 Cocos.
Hey.
I mean, imagine having 10 Cocos, how awesome that would be. That was what I was trying to say. That would be so fun having 10. You know what? I think we should do a tongue twister now. Let's go. All right, shall we start? I'll say it first. Moses supposes his toes are roses, but Moses supposes erroneously. And Moses, he noses his toes aren't roses. As Moses, he noses his toes to be. All right, let's break it down and then you can repeat. Ready?
Yeah.
Moses supposes his toes are roses.
Moses supposes his toes are roses.
But Moses supposes erroneously.
But Moses supposes erroneously.
And Moses, he noses his toes aren't roses.
And Moses, he noses his toes are roses.
As Moses, he noses his toes to be.
As Moses, he noses his toes to be.
Yeah, let's try it all together now. Ready?
Yeah.
Moses supposes his toes are roses. But Moses supposes erroneously. And Moses, he noses his toes aren't roses. As Moses, he noses his toes to be. Good job, Gogo.
Katie, let's plant some roses. A real rose. Come on. Come and play with Katie and Coco. Let's make a garden. This is great. I'm not bored anymore. What can I do for you for? What would you like, anything?
Whoa, slow down, Coco, slow down. We have to do the tongue twister first.
Oh, no. Okay, come on. Let's do it. Oh, I forget it. So can you remind me?
Okay, Coco. Are you listening?
I'm trying to. Roses.
All right, I've got a solution. How about I give you the rose that we made you hold and then we do the tongue twister like that, all right?
Really? Yeah, Coco amazing.
Here you go, take good care of it.
Yeah.
Let's try that all together now, ready? Moses supposes his toes are roses, but Moses supposes erroneously. And Moses, he noses his toes aren't roses. As Moses, he noses his toes to be. Yeah! Good job, Coco and kids.
Yeah, you and the kids did so well. Can we go plant some roses? Roses. Come and play with Katie and Coco. Let's go plant a garden. Moses, roses, yeah! Come and play.
Okay, I guess there's no stopping him now. Send Thérèse of Lisieux, she'll be there when you need her.
Come and play
with Katie and Coco.
That's the way.
Get ready, let's go.
Flying through the air with Coco.
Telling stories with Katie.
You and I together, meeting my friends. Friends that help us every day.
Katie and Coco.
That help us every day.
Katie and Coco. Play and sing.
Pray and bring you and I, we do our thing. It's Katie and Coco.
Shalom World Podcast is now available on all online platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and others.